You guys are the same company, like both Anthem and Paradigm.
What I will tell you is Paradigm and Anthem are designed together from birth. And that is when you talk about Paradigm and you talk about Anthem, we're talking about science, we are talking technology, and we are deeply rooted in much proprietary technology to stand behind how we sound and why we sound the way we do.
ครับสวัสดีครับผมแล้ววันนี้อยู่กับผมนะครับผมเนมนะครับก็เศรษฐจักรศรีสงวนสกุลนะครับผมตัวแทนบริษัท Goldenduck นะครับซึ่งก็หลายๆท่านก็น่าจะทราบแล้วนะครับว่าเราเป็นตัวแทนของทั้ง Paradigm แล้วก็ทั้ง Anthem นะครับซึ่งวันนี้นะครับเรามีตัวแทนของทั้ง Paradigm และ Anthem นะครับอยู่ที่เมืองไทยนี้นะครับและนะครับผมวันนี้นะครับผมก็อยู่กับตัวแทนของ Paradigm กับ Anthem นะครับซึ่งก็คือคุณจอห์น Soden นะครับแล้วก็มิสเตอร์ Bartosz นะครับซึ่งก็มิสเตอร์ Bartosz นะครับเมื่อปีที่แล้วเขาก็ได้มาที่เมืองไทยแล้วเขามางาน BAV แล้วเราก็มีการสัมภาษณ์เขาไปเรียบร้อยแล้วซึ่งวันนี้นะครับเราก็จะมีอีกท่านหนึ่งนะครับคือมิสเตอร์จอห์นนะครับซึ่งมิสเตอร์จอห์นเขาก็คืออยู่กับตัวทั้ง Paradigm แล้วก็ Anthem มาต้องบอกว่าเป็นหลาย10 ปีแล้วครับแล้ววันนี้นะครับผมก็จะมาสัมภาษณ์เขากันครับก็มาเรามาคุยกับเขากันเลยครับ so good afternoon I would say good afternoon guys
good afternoon
so welcome to Bangkok Thailand John just tell me like what it is about like Paradigm and what is it about Anthem like because most people know Paradigm only most people know Anthem only but you guys do represent both brands right. So can you tell the clients more the partners more about the PML Sound International
and that starts in the early 80s when a couple of gentlemen Bill Vandermeerl and Scott Bagby both music lovers decided that they wanted to get into the business and they thought that how great would it be to make the world's best sound without it having to cost. We had the fortune of one of the largest studies that had ever been done on audio in the world called the Athena Project, and really the goal was to see can we actually hear the difference between good audio and bad audio, and are there measurable differences in these speakers if they are audibly different from one another. Part of our foundation came from the Athena project, but the foundation, Paradigm's signature sound even today, is based on deep-rooted science, and that is when you talk about Paradigm and you talk about Anthem, we're talking about science, we are talking technology, and we are deeply rooted in much proprietary technology to stand behind how we sound and why we sound the way we do. And in essence, it's really about not adding and not taking away. And that includes both the speaker and the room environment that you're in.
Mm-hmm. Well, I would say like the PML sound is established after that, which is those are like the back end, the backbone, as you mentioned.
Correct.
Of the, what you guys heard now is the Paradigm, the Anthem, and a few other brands also.
Correct.
Yes.
In reality, PML Sound International came as a division of our company mm-hmm. to help the global picture. In the early 80s, we only sold to Canada and a little bit later then into North America. We didn't really sell into global markets for a very long time, and we didn't organize distribution until the early 2000s, ironically enough, when I came around. That was my job when they hired me, was to help create distribution globally. And so we just had a few small distributors back in the day. I can remember specific countries that we dealt with. Here we are today, nearly 60 countries around the world and 120 or so partnerships that we've grown to. So PML Sound became the umbrella of our brands, and in the early 80s it was just Paradigm. In the late 90s we acquired Sonic Frontiers, which is another Canadian company, as we were looking to expand our footprint in multi-channel. and we wanted to design multi-channel amplifiers and processors to complement our great range of growing Paradigm speakers at the time. So from that point on, our next acquisition wasn't until 2005 when we bought the group acquired Martin Logan to then even us out at the PML brand.
So Paradigm brand is originally and still is now the Canadian speaker brand. Correct. And then can you also explain to like everyone at home like about the philosophy of the brand?
We're deeply rooted in technology, in science. So everything we do is based on science. There is no snake oil. And since the beginning, we work on technologies that are specific for us. To mention just a few, the ones we apply in the latest products: PPA, perforated phase alignment, our technology that we use for the woofers. Specific materials that are used for the cones of the speakers. I think this is one of the elements that sets us apart from other companies.
We are certainly one of the last major manufacturers in North America, and we have a 25,000 square meter facility right in the heart of Toronto. And inside that really is everything from wood cabinet manufacturing, driver manufacturing, injection molding plastics, automotive grade, paint and finishing shops. The list goes on. Every aspect is designed, engineered, and built for production in Canada. But a bigger aspect of that, in the center of our 250,000 square foot facility, or 25,000 square foot facility, is an engineering lab. And in the heart of that engineering lab is an anechoic chamber. And it's the third anechoic chamber that we've built over the last 40 years, and it's the largest one, 1 million liters. So I think the translation, to give it to layman terms, you could fit 10,000 bookshelf speakers in the anechoic chamber. That's how big it is. And the goal is to be able to measure every single speaker we design and the competition too. So again, when Bartosz says it is about science, it's about understanding how the speaker sounds the way it does and how to make it sound better, not just by measurements, but by using our ears as well.
Plus how it will sound in the room itself, which has a big impact on what's perceived, because what we are hearing is actually an interaction of the speaker and the room itself, which leads us onto another technology for which we are famous, meaning ARC, Anthem room calibration.
You would say that those are like the I would say what makes the Paradigm speakers different from other competitors in the market. Is that correct?
Right.
Yes. And then like also at the same time, where do you think Paradigm is placed in the market, in the range of like a very competitive market? You guys are like one of the only few brands left in Canada or even in like the Northern America that manufactures the speaker himself. And apart from that, how about the entire global market? What is your like personal opinion on that?
Well, it's a great question, and we live in a world that there are many speaker brands, and each one of those speaker brands have their own selling attributes. You'll see our Paradigm brand in the same spot as you'll see all the other world-leading brands. So you can name any other brand that receives recognition as a high-end speaker brand, and you'll see Paradigm in the same showroom, the same demonstration, the same audio shows. So we humbly think that we are one of the best brands in the world.
Yeah. Because like I remember going through like doing the market research myself on like the speaker on the speaker brand itself. Like I saw you guys have a very, very large range of speakers.
Right.
Like for example, starting from this the lowest one, which is the monitor, go up until the persona. And then like not even only that, you guys also have the custom installation.
Right.
You have like the stylus, you have the Oasis, which is like outdoors, those kind of things. Like I can see like the trends of you guys like keep improving like your product line in order to reach every single, I would say, usage.
Right.
I mean, the market is constantly changing. We see that what people expect changes over time. So in the past, everybody loved two-channel stereo.
Yep.
That was enough. Then we explored multi-channel. Obviously, the company changed in order to address this new demand from the market. Then we saw the progress of custom install market, where people realized we don't necessarily need big boxes in the room. We can sort of integrate everything nicely into the interior. So that's a solution as well. Then came subwoofers. So basic, you can say there is no there is no speaker category that we don't do at the moment.
Yes. I would say in Thailand, Paradigm is already a well-known brand because you guys have a very, very long history and also have a very big footprint in Thailand for many, many years.
Right.
And I would say I would guarantee that more than 50%, or I would say more than that, of the people will know the brand Paradigm. And I would like to tell everyone at home that right now, not only that the speaker should be a big box, a big wooden box, but at the same time it can be something that could also integrate in any way you want in the house.
Right.
For example, it doesn't have to be a floor standing. You can mount it inside your wall.
It may even be invisible.
Correct. It could also be invisible, which is something that would happen later. I would say the brand always do something and develop everything more towards the end. I would say no matter what shape or in whatever installation the speaker will be, this quality will always apply.
Part of the foundation of Paradigm, of course, again going back to our roots and our philosophy, we have the same recipe whether we are making entry level, mid-price point, or our flagship, or some call your halo product. For us, the Persona series, we use the same methodology, we use the same anechoic chamber, and we are following the same, we call it the same Athena curve or anechoic curve that presents the best to the human ear. And whether you're looking at an entry-level price point for Monitor series, or you're at the mid-price point for Premier or Founder series, or you're in the budget of Persona where you're able to work with more exotic materials, we make great speakers at every price point. It's just what is the customer's budget? And over the last now more than 40 years, our philosophy has taken us through deep engineering, which allows us to work with many different materials. And when you see Persona series, we work with beryllium. Beryllium is a very, very expensive material, but it gives you the best of both worlds when it comes to driver material. It is the lightest and the stiffest material, which is why they use it in space.
Beryllium, right?
Beryllium.
Yes.
You can imagine how much it costs to send things up to space. It's an astronomical price per pound, and so beryllium is very lightweight, but it's also very rigid. Unfortunately, it's just very expensive, so it can only be reserved for the best. But the technologies that we use for our Persona series trickles all the way down. We are able to make even entry level sound that much more high-end by utilizing technologies that are normally reserved only for high-end speakers. And that's the great thing about being a manufacturer. And there's two ways to design a speaker. One, that you take an off-the-shelf driver, an off-the-shelf amplifier, and an off-the-shelf cabinet, and you try to work within a design to make them work together. And so you have to detune the amplifier, you have to add or take away damping for the box, and then you have to limit the driver one way or another because they weren't designed in unison. With Paradigm, because we design and build our own amplifiers, we design and build our own enclosures, and we design and build our own amplifiers, they are all designed in unison so that the perfect combination of all three go together. So when you look at our powered speakers, when you look at our amplifiers and our subwoofers, there are so many different amplifiers and driver configurations. It's because they are designed, each product individually, to be best suited for that particular footprint.
My impression with Paradigm speaker itself is that you guys are very phenomenal in using the stereo hi-fi environment, but at the same time, watching movies, watching actions, it also very good give the users a very, very good experience also. And one thing that I would like to highlight to everyone at home is that you might heard Paradigm in terms of like the stereos, in terms of music, in terms of home theater. But one thing that I really shocked the first time I do like studies about the brand is that you guys have a lot of series on the subwoofer. I if I'm not mistaken, I've seen like 10.
Even more. Once upon a time, we had more subwoofers, in addition to all the other speakers we make, but more subwoofers than subwoofer-only manufacturers. And you're making very specific subwoofers that fit within ranges, and then you keep manufacturing and evolving and producing. And I'll mention two right away, that the Seismic 110 and the Millennia Sub are two subwoofers that have been with us for a very long time. The speakers that they would normally be associated with have long since been retired, but these subwoofers remain in our lineup and are selling extremely well around the world, even though many more subs have come in. We've just recently retired some of our Defiant speakers, and we have introduced new Defiant speakers, our new Seismic line. We still have the XR subs, and of course our Persona line as well. But there are so many subwoofers to overlap the needs of what the market requires.
And then how about Anthem? What was on the mind? What was on your mind in acquiring that, and how was Anthem born?
Right. So it started out acquiring another Canadian company called Sonic Frontiers. Ironically enough, they specialized in 2-channel audio, tube amplifiers, CD transports, really more high-end type applications. At the time, as our offering was expanding in multi-channel, we knew we needed a complementary electronics brand. And so we had already established ourselves as an electronics manufacturer with subwoofers, so we had the capabilities to also do amp design, which then led into multi-channel processors. So it came from Sonic Frontiers, Anthem was born. And Bart mentioned this before, Anthem room correction is one of our foundation technologies, because it makes everything sound better. Arc room technology can be in our Anthem products, and it can be within our powered products, so our subwoofers and our powered speakers. So what Arc essentially does is it sends out impulse signals throughout the room, and it collects all of that information, and it measures the frequency response in various frequencies throughout the room, and it can adjust for the highs and the lows, so where you have bass suckouts or you have very big boomy peaks, it can help bring those back in and even out the highs and lows in the room. And it's
As I have to be frank with everyone that I also have no idea about this, that first of all, you guys are the same company, like both Anthem and Paradigm. I would say like a lot of people would also was like me, is like me when I was back then. But then like because people in Thailand, like I would say like the market, people know Paradigm and people know Anthem, but they don't know that you guys are the same entities. And now that you have mentioned that like a lot of core technologies that Anthem has also applies inside, like for example the amplifiers in Paradigm, like for example like the subwoofer, or even like in the like hybrid speakers, like for example like the Founder, like the hybrid 120H, and also like the Paradigm 9H, Persona 9H.
Plus, there is a lot of synergy between the brands. For example, when you talk about custom installed product, so various Anthem amplifiers have DSP profiles for specific, speakers from our range.
Yes.
So there is a lot of synergy between the two as well.
Exactly. Which I would say like, would you able to say that like the best sound it could have is like when you match these two like brands together?
Well, again, it's a really loaded question. And rather than stomp my feet and say absolutely, what I will tell you is Paradigm and Anthem are designed together from birth. So the very first audio signal that comes out of a Paradigm speaker, whether it's a prototype or a mule, is powered by Anthem. And so from the start of a thought or an idea till the production, it is powered by Anthem all the way through. And so I would say absolutely we feel that Anthem makes any speaker sound better.
Yes. And like I would say Anthem in Thailand has also is I would say like a very long history, as same as Paradigm, because you guys come together, and like I would say like almost everyone in the market knows about Anthem, and you guys have been like upgrading like since like forever of time. You guys have a lot of products, not only the very powerful amplifiers
Right.
from M1. And then also like the statement P5, P2, and now you have the MCA, like the second generation, which is more beneficial for like the home theater. And you guys even have the STR series. So I would say like for those who are at home who already know and would like to dig deep more into the I would say the philosophy of Anthem, or like even like to understand more about the product of Anthem, you guys can always come to Goldenduck. We will always be in touch with you, and also we will always be in touch with our beloved principal, who will always provide information. And yeah, I think this will be about it of our discussion. I was using the word discussion more than as an interview. Is I would say it is a very I would say like it is like what we mentioned. Like I would give like everyone at home like a promise that like we will always have these kind of like discussions, and then like no matter it's offline, online, or any event we could host as like a distributor, we will always be happy to always invite and always share the information to you guys. Anyway, we are very happy to get in touch with like even all our clients or even our principal, in order to provide everyone like a very fantastic and also like full-on information of whatever you want to know about the product, even if it's like a small questions and everything.
What I would encourage with all of our Paradigm and Anthem fans that are out there in the world, start by coming to the website, paradigm.com or anthemav.com, and you will see immediately that there are a lot of offerings. Whether it's for lifestyle product, whether it's for outdoor product, whether it's entry level, whether it's high end, whether it's subwoofers, you'll see everything in a good, better, best formation. And it's a great place to start. You'll also find your distributor information there that you can reach out and ask
Correct.
more specific questions. Where can I go listen to this product?
Because that's the most important part. I think, I mean, technology is important if it moves us.
Correct.
So the emotions we talked about. So I think it's just, you know, the best thing is to visit you. You have a lot of demo facilities.
Correct.
Demo rooms, and just, you know, experience what the technology can do for you.
Correct. Yeah, so you guys are always welcome to come and visit us at Goldenduck Residential, which we could provide you the information in the video. And also, as we are the distributor, we also have our partners who also have the demo facilities that are able to demonstrate like their Paradigm and also Anthem's product in their facilities. So you guys can go look up whether who provides like who are the authorized dealer, who do sales and also have product of Anthem or Paradigm or both to sales. You guys can always go experience it. I would say, as I mentioned, Anthem and Paradigm are a very well-known product already for many decades in Thailand. So everyone knows it. You guys can always have a chance to always go listening to it. ก็อย่างสุดท้ายนะครับผมขอโทษที่อาจจะพูดเป็นภาษาอังกฤษเยอะไปหน่อยนะครับซึ่งก็อันนี้นะครับก็คือเดี๋ยวเราจะมีต้องบอกว่าเดี๋ยวเราจะมีคลิปมาให้เรื่อยๆนะครับเกี่ยวกับเรื่องความใครที่สนใจอยากรู้อะไรก็สามารถติดต่อเราเข้ามาได้เลยเราก็สามารถให้ข้อมูลนะครับเกี่ยวกับตัว Anthem ของ Paradigm นะครับก็2แบรนด์นี้นะครับเป็น2แบรนด์ที่ทำมาเพื่อกันและกันนะครับหรือว่าใครที่อยากเอาไปใช้Anthem กับ Paradigm อยากไปใช้แยกกันก็สามารถใช้ได้ด้วยเหมือนกันเพราะว่าตัว Product ตัว Quality ของเขามีอยู่ในแต่ละแบรนด์อยู่แล้วนะครับผมเพราะงั้นวันนี้ของผมเราขออนุญาตลาไปก่อนนะครับขอบคุณครับ